Hey everybody, Logan here. It's finally here, the proper GameSir G7 Pro. Yes, I have covered the original, the wired versions for the Xbox, which were wireless for PC. This is the version that should have come out, in my opinion, because they announced it, they released it, and then just a couple of days after the original G7 Pro came out, they said, hey look, we're doing a wireless one for $20 more with artwork that not everybody liked. If you've been following the channel, you know I have a little feelings on the standard G7, and well, I'm hoping they fixed it in this one. Yeah, the design may not be for everybody, but at least it's wireless. That's what the original G7 Pro should have been for the Xbox. So what I'm going to do, we're going to unbox this now. I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions, and in the back half of this video, I'm actually going to tell you what I think after using it for a number of hours of gameplay, because I think that's only fair. That's the only way I can give you the best comparison between the original G7 Pro and G7 Pro proper. Here we go, the G7 Pro wireless. Again, like I've been calling it, the G7 Pro proper. We'll just call this the G7 proper because honestly, this is what it should have been in the first place for the Pro. It should have been wireless for the Xbox because wired for PC is one thing, wired for Xbox is another, but come on. If you're getting a wired controller that's wireless on PC and then announcing a wireless version for Xbox, you're gypping people off. Honestly, that's how I feel. But hey, we're going to give this a fair shot. Here is my original one. Yes, if you guys have been following the channel, if you've been subscribed to this, if you're not, hit that subscribe button. I originally had the white one, and then I got my black one, the Ember version, that I had pre-ordered. And then I ended up selling off the white one because I didn't need it after getting my pre-order in for this one and receiving this one. So I sold off the white one. Wasn't necessary because the Ember one was the one I wanted. So that's what I'm going to compare it to in this video. So let's take a look at the box right here. It's got all the regular GameSir branding as well as Wuchang Fallen Feathers. And I actually do have that game for the Xbox. I bought it specifically because I knew I was getting this controller. So if we look over here, it says tri-mode connection. Means Bluetooth, wireless, and RF. So you have a drift-proof TMR sticks, and then you have trigger and grip vibration, Hall clicky, trigger stop, mechanical, and then a GameSir Nexus app. So I do like the fact that it's finally wireless, and again, that's what it should have been from the get. As you can see, it really bothered me, and I've noticed it's bothered quite a few people in my comment section that it wasn't wireless to begin with, especially when you've got one that looks as cool as this one does. I'm hoping this one comes out in other variations, maybe simple colors later on, because that's what a lot of people in the comment section in my GameSir videos, the G7 Pro videos, were saying. Pretty much the same thing. It's the exact same controller, but now wireless on Xbox. So all that stuff was said on the front as same on the back. At least the box is nice, I will say that. So let's get her open. There we go. The grips are actually textured. You can feel the scales. That's pretty cool. You know what? I do like the colorway of this. I do like the design. I think it's really nice artwork. Now, one thing, what in the world? Do you guys see that? On the back of the controller? Ew. I'm hoping that is just a lubricant that they used for the controller, I'm going to get something and clean that off. Alrighty, so this doesn't bode well. I got a paper towel because I'm going to clean this to begin with. I'm going to wipe it down. And then I've got Clorox wipes because I don't know what that is. So we're going to make sure this thing is disinfected all over. Alrighty, put this over here with the trash, and then take another paper towel and clean it all up. That's not too promising right away. I've never seen that before, but I'm pretty sure it was a lubrication for the switches. Alrighty. So there you go. Back to the controller. Again, not too promising on that. You got your two flappy paddles, claw buttons, triggers, and bumpers. Now that is a nice metallic finish. That is pretty nice. The rubberized grips, your locks back there, trigger locks there. It's the exact same controller. Still has that D-pad that I'm not a fan of. If you look, it's literally the same controller in every shape and way and form and facet. The only difference is the color here. Now, one thing is that I do like about the G7s, you can do this. So you can pop off. That looks pretty cool. It looks like a fish tank. You can take these off. Pop them all off. Come on. I have no fingernails. And then you can just swap everything out. And if you wish, let's say you want to take them off of here. That looks terrible. But you can honestly, if you want, swap them out. You can use your G7 SE faceplates on that, which I'm going to show you in just a moment. And if you don't like the buttons, you can just swap them out with either of those. So you have that, but these are still going to be that gold look. So that's really up to you. Let's see how this looks. All right, now let me grab the faceplates. So this is where I keep all my faceplates because I got a number of them and they don't come in boxes that are great for storing. Green, red, bunny, and blue. So let's take a look. Not the best looking thing there. Red and teal, it's okay, it's not terrible. Bunny and teal, also not terrible. Now, this is one of the original G7 SEs, and I've noticed with this faceplate, it doesn't fit on the G7 Pros properly. It gives you a little gap. I think out of all the ones I have, I think the blue is the most decent looking. I don't know, maybe the red. What do you think? But yeah, otherwise, I think the standard colors are going to be the best. Now, braided cable's always nice, and it has matching color scheme, which is good. You've got your little dongle right here, and you can plug it down in the base just like they do with pretty much every other brand. The one that really comes to my mind is 8BitDo, but 8BitDo now uses Type C instead of Type A. So let's pop you in here, plug that in like that, and then that's how we'll plug it into the Xbox. And you don't really need that if you're not using the charge cable. So you can always do that, pop it off, and bam. There you go. This is best if you're using it wired, but yeah, that's another thing. This is going to give you less latency when it's wired, just like the initial. Everything's still the same. You still get the 1000 hertz. You still have the same latency. You still have the same everything else. It's still the same controller. The only thing is, you're not going to get the 1000 hertz. The most you're going to get now with GameSir, since the GameSir Nexus disabled the ability to up it to 1000 hertz, you're only going to get 250. So keep that in mind. And that's the max you're just going to get out of it on Xbox. Yeah, is what it is. Okay, so now that we got everything unboxed and my initial opinions, I don't think it's a terrible controller. I just don't like the D-pad. That is the only thing that's bothered me. And, well, we're going to get to the back half of the video where I'm going to tell you if I still had all the same issues over using it for a number of hours. Now that's cool. I will say I do like that extra little keychain, and I guess wireless and a keychain is what justifies an extra $20. Shoot, I don't know. But right now, I'm not disappointed. I'm happy that it's wireless. And then in a future video, I'm going to compare it to two of my other favorite Xbox wireless controllers, third party, and that being the 8BitDo 3-mode rare version that is wireless, and the Razer Wolverine V3 Pro. So, well, let's go. Okay, now I can give you a much better verdict on G7 Pro proper, the wireless version for Xbox, because I've actually been playing with it for quite some time, quite a few games. Now, all the footage that you're going to be seeing was captured via Xbox Series X using the game capture while playing with the G7 Pro wireless version. One thing I can say to start off, they've improved the D-pad. Now it's much better, much more responsive. It doesn't have any input delay that the wired version, shocker, really. I wonder if it was just a hardware thing, that something happened with those early units compared to, you know, what I got compared to this one. And well, this one's significantly better and it feels much better. There's little to no delay like there was in the wired one. And that's kind of a shame because wired should be very good. Well, the G7 Pro in general should be very good. And well, this one is. So besides the paint job, I think this is an almost perfect controller. I'm still not a big fan of the style of D-pads they chose, but overall it's a significant improvement over the wired version. It's wireless. It's got everything you want in a wireless Xbox Series XS controller. It's compatible with Xbox One and PC, but I don't know why you buy it for PC when you can get the cheaper regular Pro. It just makes sense. This is the one that you're going to want for Xbox. Yes, it's $100. It is a little steep. I don't know why it wasn't just the same price as the regular Pro. Art design, maybe. That's the only thing I can think of. Plus you get that keychain. Not really sure why they decided to go with that. Maybe just to get the extra 20 bucks. Hey, all these companies have decided to dip their hands in a greedy jar in the last couple of years. But hey, I think it's a fantastic controller, and this is what the G7 Pro should have been in the first place. If you were on the fence about getting this one or buying the regular one, and you're playing on Xbox Series XS, this is the way to go. The G7 Pro Wuchang, yes, the design, the colorway, The character, the game may not be for everybody, but the controller itself is dang near perfect. Some people are going to say, hey, it doesn't have enough programmable flappy paddles. It doesn't have enough, I don't know, color options. That's about it. That's the really thing I can only think of that people would complain about now. I did a video covering why I stopped using the G7 Pro. I'm not going to be doing that with this. I will be comparing it to some of my favorite ones out there that have recently come out, including the 8BitDo 3-mode rare wireless one, fantastic controller, and of course, one of my ultimate favorites, the Razer V3 Pro. I don't think I can recommend this one enough. I like the colors, I like the design. Like I said, almost perfect. If it gave me that regular plus D-pad and a standard faceplate without having to use the G7 SE faceplates, I think this would be almost a perfect controller. I really like this one. Great controller. GameSir, this is the one you should have given us in the first place. Fantastic. Go pick this one up if you're an Xbox gamer. You're definitely going to want this. This is the absolute perfect controller, close to perfect, that you can get at that price point. Why do I say that? Because at $100, it is half the price of the Razer Wolverine V3 Pro. It has 2 less programmable buttons, but it's still very, very good. And at that price point, I think this is the best. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. If you have any extra comments or things that came to your mind while watching this, drop it in the comment section below. I'll be glad to answer. This is going to be my standard controller moving forward, depending on the game I'm playing. It'll probably go back and forth between this and the Wolverine V3 Pro. So thank you guys once again. Drop anything you have to say in the comment section below. Just be smart about it. That's all I gotta say. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. God bless you all. Like what I always say, be legendary. Thanks again.